Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another YouTube video. I'm Sean's Mapping, or the Sultanate Empire. And in today's video, we are going to be starting my new series. What if the Cold War never ended? What if the Soviet Union never collapsed? What if they continued on into the 21st century? I did do a trial video. It was uploaded, I believe, Monday or Sunday of this week. Um, I suggest you go check it out if you want to, you know, just get a feel for everything, or, you can watch this if you want. Um, but this will be the official start of it. This will be episode one of this series. So I hope you guys do enjoy this new series that I do. We will be focusing down here in Southeast Asia. Uh, as we see the South, let's get into the video. We'll be seeing the South Vietnamese push back against the Viet Cong. I was blanking on their name there for a second. And this push will be very grateful. And like I said in the trial video, the Americans are not committing atrocities. Surprisingly enough, they're not committing atrocities, even though they committed quite a few. Quite a few. But that is besides the point. We will basically see the Viet Cong get completely and utterly kicked back and kicked out of South Vietnam. Now, they're not fully gone. They're still here in South Vietnam. They just don't have enough support because the Americans didn't commit their atrocities. Now, the Americans also trying to prevent the collapse of many other Southeast Asian countries, primarily Cambodia, have been aiding the Cambodian government in fighting against their rebel forces. Now, this may not be historically true, because again, I'm not too with me being American, I never learned about any other war that America was not involved in. I didn't learn about Cambodia. I didn't learn about Laos, Thailand, Myanmar. All of these other countries here in Southeast Asia, I did not learn about if they had anything going on because, again, American. So I will have to educate myself on all of that, which I will happily do. Like education, hooray! But we will be seeing the Cambodian government, along with American backers and supporters, push back the rebels back into their last and final bastion right here in this region, as we kind of see the South Vietnamese, that is, clean up their war over here and finish off the last major groups of the Viet Cong. And it is at this point where we will be seeing the Viet Cong completely be not wiped out per se, but they will be essentially completely nullified. Essentially, like they're not big enough to cause any problems anymore. Essentially, they don't have that much influence anymore after all of the stuff that the Americans and the South Vietnamese government have been doing to push them back. Essentially, now the Americans, after doing everything here in South Vietnam, will pull out, but they will still provide aid to the South Vietnamese government. But they will essentially pull out, and they will um, begin doing operations elsewhere within Southeast Asia, essentially. Now, with that ending, we will see the Americans focus in on doing some more stuff over here with the Cambodians as they begin a pushback against the rebels once more, like so. Until eventually. the rebels are completely, well, not destroyed. It's more like the Viet Cong. Um, their main areas of influence are gone, and now they're doing other stuff. But we will see some other changes around, uh, or on the map, as this rebel group up here in Laos is able to push back and kind of defeat the Laos government, since they have pretty much no support from certain people, uh, which is going to look a little something like this, with the rest of this territory being claimed by this rebel group uh, up here in the northern areas, looking something like this, with them getting all of this territory right here. But I do believe this will be a fairly. I don't want this video to be too long, but at the same time, I don't want it to be too short. So we're going to keep going here, and once I feel like we've reached a good point, I will end it. But I do hope you guys enjoy this kind of concept and this idea that I'm doing, because I don't think anyone else has done something like this before. And if they have, well, hey, props to them. And like, it's a good idea. So, you know, kudos. But that's besides the point. We're getting sidetracked here. Um, these rebels here in this country will be, you know, doing their bestest job to essentially beat back the governmental forces. But this is one of the countries receiving aid from America as well. But these rebels were still able to gain a lot of territory in the time that America was distracted by the crisis over in Vietnam. Um, so the government has been heavily beaten back. And when I say heavily, I mean heavily. Like, they were heavily punched in the dick, if you get what I mean. Had to cut myself off because I'm trying not to cuss anymore in my videos, because it's never good, especially if I want stuff to begin going up, essentially. So, because, like, with me being um a part of a certain generation, it's kind of like cuss words are just kind of implemented into my vocabulary. So now I'm trying not to do that as much anymore. But hey, no promises. No promises. But by the time the Americans arrive in country, governmental forces have been pushed back to the uh, coastal and southern areas of the country. So basically, everything right down here in this region. Um, the Americans will begin arriving by a ship, and going into all of that stuff. And excuse me, excuse the yawn. Tired. Quite a long day. We will be seeing this rebel group over here do fairly good as well, as they push up against Thailand and they do stuff like this, taking all of these regions like so. Versus this northern rebel group, who is also doing good, but they're not doing as good, as they've only been able to take all of this stuff in the north like so. They were also able to kick the rebels out from right there. Now, we will be seeing some other stuff taking place around the world, and we will be moving away from Southeast Asia for now. And for example, we are going to just kind of go all the way down towards South Africa. And we are going to look at the I forget what they're called. Liberation Army. They are a English. They are a liberation army. I forget their full name. I just know they're a liberation army. So they're going to be taking all of this area up here, um, like so. Also, if you listen very closely, I say a lot in my videos for some weird reason. But they're going to be taking all of this area up here. This rebel group right down here, they are going to be able to take all of this area and meet up with the Liberation Army, like so, taking all of this right here. Meanwhile, the Liberation Army is able to secure this entire region up here, and they even eliminate the other rebel group that has popped up right here, like so. We will then be moving from uh, Tanzania. Is this, I think, again, this world has so many countries, it's hard to remember which one's which. Oh, God. Excuse the yawn again. Lord, tired. Been a long day. But we will be seeing as the Angolan separatists push back against Angola, the Angolan government. We will also be seeing these rebels right here fight against the separatists and also the government alike, trying to claim their own spot in, uh, here in Angola, trying to claim their own bits of power, essentially. Let's see if I can get a different shade since those shadings look fairly similar. There we go. It's a much brighter shade, but hey, that's fine. It will do. It will, in fact, do for what we're going for here. But I would say we will be going back to Southeast Asia as we will be seeing the Cambodians finish up their war with the rebels, and they're actually able to begin reintegrating these areas right over here. And now, mind you, all of this is happening within like a 3-year span. So this is all happening within like because we started off in 1970. It is now like 19, I would say probably 1973. So 3 years uh, is how long the Vietnam War lasted. It is also the extent of all of the wars that have been going on. Within that 3-year span, uh, all this stuff has happened essentially. Now, I'm gonna call it here for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, go down beneath the video, hit the like button. If you didn't, you can hit the dislike button. If you want to be notified every time I upload or new videos posted on my channel, I suggest you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification. But if you don't want to, that's fine with me. I don't mind. As long as you keep watching and enjoying the videos is okay with me. I'm Sean's Mapping, or the Sultanate Empire. I hope you ladies and gentlemen enjoy the rest of your day or night wherever you may be, wherever you may live. And I'll see y'all in the next one. See ya.